Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome back to Planet Explorers. So today I have traveled up to the Martian camp because I've got a quest up here I thought you guys might want to come along for. So let me kind of turn around and get back down here. We have Tariq. He's down here somewhere. There he is. He's got a number of things that he wants to do, but one of them is actually to travel up north to a camp. He's kind of sitting here waiting for me. Let's go! And head up to this kind of alien camp and take them out. In fact, if I bring the map up here, actually, you know what? I don't remember where it is because I'll be trying to remember from the last time I played. I think it's kind of up in this general area, somewhere up in here. You can see we've got another one here, kind of indicate on the map over where we used to be. But I believe this is going to be up in this area somewhere. So let's go ahead, get started, tell him that we need to, or that we're ready to go. And he's telling us it's time to track him down. So we're going to point towards the arrow, start making our way. You coming with me or what? Alright, cool. So we begin the jog. I think, if I recall correctly, we're going to end up taking out an entire camp of these aliens. So should be interesting. Okay, we are closing in on the camp. It's actually not too far ahead. If we look at the map here, we're pretty close. It's even marked it. Now, the game did crash while I was running over here, and this was quite the run. So I ended up having to reload from I reloaded from an autosave, which was all the way back at the camp, and grabbed Tariq and started running before I realized that the first time around I'd actually bought an energy shield. You know, just for fun. And so anyway, this time I forgot to grab that. But that's alright. We have the gun. You can see actually the camp right up there. So I did run the gun through the enhancer back at camp previously. So the damage is actually ramped up on this thing quite a bit. I think it's like 800 something at this point from 500. So it's pretty good. And a while back when I did this camp, it wasn't too much of a problem with the gun I had at the time, and I'm sure this one's better. So anyway, we're just going to kind of creep up here and see how this goes. I don't really remember anything other than they had ranged weapons, and so I was moving around a lot and firing, but eventually killed them all and was able to roam through the camp. I don't know if that's changed since then. Maybe they respawn. Oh, now we're getting stopped. They may end up respawning now or something. I'm really not sure. Okay, so we're seeing people caged up. So we need to get in there. Let's talk to you. Let's get this show on the road. Look, he's just running in there. Keep aliens busy. I think we can handle that. Is that one there? Yeah. Whoops. Stop moving. Stop moving. I'm in terrible aim. So yeah, they're not too bad. You have to hold still for me to hit you. Not a problem. They take a good couple shots, but it's not too bad. I approached one of these guys one time and they just chopped me down. So strong. I guess I should be trying to loot these guys too. Woo! He looked tough. Okay, so let's see. I believe he's going to go out there and then I can click him to kind of continue the quest. But let's go ahead and check this place out. Clear it out anymore. Loot a bit. I don't think there was anything in here, or at least when I did it before, there was nothing you could pick up or loot other than the bodies. So, I mean, I might be able to get this plant, but I don't think there's anything else I could grab, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see if they've got everything locked down. Yeah, that's a pretty cool little spot. Also, previously they didn't respawn. I'm not sure if I mentioned that already, but I am kind of curious if they will eventually respawn. Let's take a peek. And you know what I've got? Where's my that guy? A headlamp. Okay, well, I think that pretty much covers it. That was relatively easy. I definitely could use some food, something for stamina, but Otherwise, yeah, not a problem. The Weem cannon performed well. So let's see. It's saying back to Martian camp. So it may be that, yeah, that Tariq is gone. For some reason, I thought I remembered he was out here and you could talk to him to complete the quest. But I'm either remembering wrong or they changed it. So we can kind of fast travel back. If we bring up the map here, we could just quick travel back to the camp. I considered flying out here, but I think... yeah. Oh, that was the thing. I was like, I think the fuel's low, and then I thought, no, that wasn't it. What it is that I don't have a seat and an additional seat, so Tariq wouldn't have been able to come along, and I think that would have disrupted the quest. But anyway, let's go ahead and fast travel back to Tariq and get caught up. Alrighty, well, we're back here at the camp. You can see that Tariq is glad that we made it back. I am glad that you're glad I made it. Let's talk to Nan. She's got something going on. Some crazy creatures came crawling out of the dark. It was freaking terrifying. That's awesome. Alright, so we have a rescue quest. Let's not do that now, though. Not right now. I'm lazy. I don't feel like it. Now, one of the interesting things about Nan here is that she actually has the boat parts. So I probably need to do some shopping here because at some point in the very near future I want to build a boat, and that would be great. Definitely have the dock for it back at the beach house, so this is definitely something I want to get into. I think we need the boat, we need the cockpit. You can do a cockpit or the ship control, one or the other, not both though. And so you need that, and you need the propellers. I'm pretty sure that's all you need. I thought I was able to steer the boat without a rudder, but I'd probably end up getting the rudder anyway, just to be sure. But I suppose I could just scoop these up now. Let's take a look at our money. I've got a little over 5,000 here. I've been spending. I had like 11,000. Yeah. So we've got just over 6,000. Plenty to buy the stuff that we need. This is 239. 19 there. Yeah. I do like the cockpit better. Let's go ahead and get the cockpit. We'll get 2 rudders. Or, sorry, 2 propellers. And we'll get 1 rudder. So that'll kind of hook us up for later for when we're ready to get this thing built. Let's see, where are those parts? Here we go. Some of them had some holes to fill. There's the propellers. So anyway, at some point, probably in a future build days episode, we're going to make a boat. And that's probably going to be the very next thing that we do. But in the meantime, I think it's time to just head back to the beach house and kind of reassess the next steps. Good morning. Got back here and decided to sleep because it was dark. Now, one of the things that I neglected to show you guys in the last episode was that I have this model in here I created. Now, if you watch the Build Days episode where we focused on the building of the beach house here, this was in the second episode, this kind of model of the beach house. And I made this in the object editor and created a table out here to put it on. And so yeah, like I said, last episode I realized once the episode was done that I didn't show that to those who didn't watch the Build Days episode. So here you go, in case you missed that. We've got a model here, not quite to scale, but you know, it's close, representing the beach house. I've got these torches around here because Planet Explorers does this interesting thing where when it's light outside and you kind of come inside, it just makes everything get really dark. So to show you that, I had to throw some torches up. Now I also have an episode up right now asking you guys about a housewarming party. So check that episode out if you haven't had a chance yet. Basically just asking if you guys wanted to send any ISOs my way, objects, then I might place them throughout the beach house. So that has begun. Some of you have been sending me some ISOs to put in here, which is awesome. So at some point in the future, we'll do a housewarming party and I will place out some of those objects. Now, one of the things I've been needing to get to is that I took down the landing pad I had here for the helicopter because I knew I was going to be laying some of this stuff out. And I've been missing that. There's been a few times I've flown in, I've just landed kind of down here in this area. But I think what we'll do is we'll probably put in a new landing pad right now. Let's see, where do I want to do this? I mean, right here wouldn't be bad. This is where it was before, except it was up a little bit higher. I could do it at the level of this platform here, which may not be a bad idea, but I do like leaving the water open, because I may, as you can see the building here, the construction, I may kind of continue this around a bit more. So another option is kind of where I'm standing here or so. So I could build this out. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Let's see. Let us see. If we go to stone, I'm kind of thinking that we could do something maybe up at this level. Something like this. Could be the back side of it. And then it could go out in that direction. So that's entirely possible. I'm not sure that I like it off the ground right here like this, but I could fill it in. Quite interesting. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's bring this over a bit. I gotta pan out here. Let's see. What if we did that? That's pretty big. I think what we might do is just draw the frame out here and just see what that looks like. Yeah, I could keep it narrow. See, I'm not sure I like it off the ground this much. And I could do a wall to kind of fill in the space. Something like this, but that's pretty big. I'm not sure I like that very much. I could put it lower. I'll think about this. Let's back out of this real quick. Take these down. Because what I could do is I could just put it out here anyway. I mean, it'd be kind of nice out here. And I suppose there's enough room to come around. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. I did fly out to that island out there, and I kind of jumped off and landed out there, and then I built a little platform to land the helicopter on. So, in case I wanted to go out there and explore a bit more. I mean, there's not really a whole lot to see out there, but I thought it would be. I thought it could be kind of cool. So let's see. How would this appear? Something like that. Is that big enough? And then if we went here. Again, it's kind of high off the ground. I think what we might do is go a little lower with this. But I do think I want to put this out here. I think this will be a good spot. Okay, how's the size on that? Yeah, that's pretty good. And I might dig out some of this beach so that I can see the platform go all the way around. Let's bring this to here. As you can see, it just goes right into the beach. I don't have to worry about that for now, I suppose. We do have wood. I think I will do wood for that. Let's do this real quick, though. Something around there. We get some support beams in. And maybe one more, even though you can't really see it. Something like that. And actually that worked out pretty well, I think. Pretty evenly spaced there. Not perfect, but that's alright. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's hurry this up. This doesn't have to be super fancy. We can tweak it later. Something like that. I actually even like the gaps there. That's kind of cool. I think I'll just leave it at that for now. And in fact, we could even take this out. Yeah. That's cool. I think that's what we'll do. Let's drop the helicopter out here real quick. In fact, what I'll do is I'll take you on a little tour over to the island. How about that? There we go. Fits the helicopter perfectly. Let's do that. Let me take you over there. Alrighty. Not a very long flight out here. The island is actually cut off. If we bring up the map, you'll see this is the edge of the map. So you can really only access the front portion of it here. I did try flying over, and the helicopter just hits this invisible wall and tilted to where I was facing the water. So I had to suddenly go backwards. It was kind of a little dangerous. There you go. You can see the little platform. So I just flew out here, landed, picked up the helicopter really quick before it slid down into the water. And then I just dropped this platform here. So this platform is really nothing special. And, we slid off a little bit. That's okay. We'll just leave it there for now. But you can see it's really shiny. That's actually, it looks like gold, but it's actually dirt. But, so anyway, we did limestone and dirt. I just plopped that down really quick. And then you can see I dug a little bit of the mountain out here. I was trying to think of maybe building something out here and just wanted to try gathering some of the material. But anyway, that was that. And like I said, you really can't go that much further back there before the map ends. But that's what we have out here. And now we've got the new platform made back at the beach house. So we finally have a place to land once again. We'll just fly back there really quick. We'll get the cool view flying in, see what that looks like. You can see we got these other little islands out here. Really not much out here. It might be kind of fun to come pop a little hut out here or something just for fun. Maybe a couple of them. But we'll see. So here you go. This is the approach to the island. And it eventually appears. There we go. The beach house. So that's it. Let's go ahead and we'll put this down and move on to bigger and better things. So it just occurred to me that I had yet to show you the platform we're standing on here. At the end of the last episode, I actually had all of this flattened out and even had all of the colony stuff up, of course. But I had mentioned that I wanted to actually put it on a platform and use copper, so that's actually what I did. I basically dug all of this out, put the platform in. I even threw this guy here so we can actually climb up if we wanted to. Of course, it's just faster to jump, but it looks cool, right? So anyway, we've got all that up. I do need to move these over. There's not room for the NPCs around here. I know some of you had mentioned that there wasn't room and I was going to have to move them. So I will have to spread those out at some point. And I think what we'll also do is probably carry some of this platform over here. I got lazy. So I haven't brought it over this far yet. But that's something we'll get around to at some point. Now, one of the things that I'm considering doing, in fact, I think we'll just go ahead and do it now, is breaking down the helicopter. Breaking down the chopper. Because we have the chopper right now, it has no extra seats. So there's been a few times when I've been trying to do some of the quests, get them out of the way, that require the NPCs to come along and there's just not a seat to, for them to jump into. So anyway, if we drag this over to here, you can see that we can actually break down this and get all of our parts back. I think I do have a fuel cell somewhere in my inventory, but it would be nice to get all of this stuff back, rebuild the helicopter with an additional seat or two or so, and maybe make some improvements. So that might be something that we pick up in a build day, or we might just do it here at some point in this series, but we'll see. For now, I'm going to go ahead and let this go and break down the helicopter, like I said, so we can plan for a new one. Well, I think that'll just about wrap it up for this episode of Planet Explorers. I do thank you for stopping in and watching me cut down a couple aliens and clean up a couple little things here at the beach house / colony. So I actually just now went in and filled in the glass behind me in the building. I have everything filled in except for one final window, and then I'm not really sure what to do about the W up there. I may just do glass, or I may do something else in there. I'm not really sure, but I'll have to experiment with that at some point. Definitely keep an eye out for an upcoming episode, if I could say this right, regarding the, what was it, the housewarming party. I was like, what was the word? We've got the, I'm going to do an episode of a housewarming party. It's probably going to be a separate video from this series, and I'll be taking the various items people sent me and placing them throughout the house here. That should be pretty fun. A number of people, including a number of you, I'm sure, sent me in items that I could make for you if you didn't have Planet Explorer. So I'm going to be working on some of those things over the next few days. And yeah, it should be a fun episode, getting to fill in the house with some odds and ends. Should be interesting. Additionally, keep an eye out for any build days videos in the future. We've got a boat to be making, and I also need to remake the helicopter, having broken it down into its parts and everything. But we'll get to throw in a spare seat or 2 or 3 in there, so that should be fun. Get to fly some NPCs around. So anyway, like I said, thanks for stopping in. I hope you guys come back and check me out when we return to the beach house next time. And yeah, I'll catch you next time.